So there's a lot of tactics involved in throw-ins. One of my golden rules is, if the two ones are at the front, you two, at the front of the throw-in, if you see the ball from your hips forward, you know, from sort of the middle of your horse forward, you fight for it. If you can't see it, go with your man. Go with your man, stick with your man. Right? When it gets to the twos, Christian, you're at 2 against Ramazan. If you guys are at 2, if you can see the ball, fight for it. If you don't, ride off each other. 3s, 4s, as it goes along. Now from this, there's different tactical plays that can happen. Let's just say Brooke's team is on this side. Yes, because Ramazan chose to be on this side. Brooke and Christian are over here, right? You're number 4, strongest player on the field in your team. So what we do is we say, Brooke, Christian, and whoever your number 3 is, Helen, we go, you 3, we just want you to hook sticks and we don't want you to crowd the line by moving your horse across. Why do you want to do that? Because the ball then goes all the way out and your number 4, the best player on the field, is now facing this way, coming this way with the ball on his stick side. Good play. Just from a clear, simple tactical manoeuvre of just hooking sticks. Now, your team knows from the first couple of throw-ins what they're trying to do. So you say to your guys, we have to crowd the throw-ins. We have to get across. So you can see how the tactical side of it works. And then the ball can hit a leg and end up anywhere, and you have to make sure that you're ready for those permutations that can happen as well.
So wouldn't it be better off to have the strongest player right at the front there, just trying to grab the ball? If they've got the best ball skills, for example, wouldn't that be better sort of at the front of the throw?
Yes, but it's not easy. The umpire throws the ball in at different heights, different speeds.
Yeah, right.
And so it's quite hard to pick the ball out of the air.
Yeah.
Just having them at the back, then they've got open space if they can get through and they've got time to do something with it.
And so did you watch a few of the throw-ins and everything yesterday? So there was a few things we changed, and there was a couple of good goals got by both teams with lucky bounces. Yeah. And what I tried to do, and so did Sam Hopkinson, so Glenn was here, Sam was here, we were the opposite number 3s, and we would follow the ball along. As soon as the umpire, we'd follow. So if the ball went past here, we're still going this way.
Pop it out to you.
Yes or no, or it might pop out by having hit a leg or a stick or a...
Ah, right, okay, gotcha. Yep.
So I say to my guys at the front, fight for it, try and win it.
Yep.
Good luck. Because we actually had Gillen, who's 6'7", and he was against Jeremy. Gillen's 4, Jeremy's 1. I wanted Gillen to win a lot of the ball at the front of the throw-in. Early in the game, we did. Yeah. And we actually got in the lead, and we did well. Yeah. In the last few chukkers, they slowed the game down, made it their game. We didn't adapt to that very well. We lost a couple of key throw-ins. They ended up winning. That's what you got to see. You might get it. It might only happen twice, but you win 2 line-outs. And then he says to me, look, it's not happening, it's not coming. So you then change it and start again. And one of the key rules when you're doing this is if you lose 2 throw-ins in a row, you should change something. Because otherwise, you might as well get back to the throw-in, stand back 20 metres, give them the ball, and then start defending then. Because otherwise, you're in here fighting for the ball, and you've all gone across here, and then they've gone that way with the ball. That's just dumb. Doing the same thing, what is it? What is it? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? That's just stupidity, isn't it? So that's what we have to be careful of. So I've just spoke to you a little bit about some of the tactical plays we can do on throw-ins. There's so many of them, it's not funny. From these throw-ins, we tend to have, and it is something that still bemuses me now, what are we, 11 o'clock. It still bemuses me now. When we set up our game plan of what we're going to do, we talk about the 4 going with the 1, the 3 with the 2, the 2, the 3, the 1, the 4. That's what we talk about. Have you guys sort of, yeah, you've done that in your plays? Yet, when we do throw-ins, we don't line up opposite the person we're going to be with. So if I've said that you 2 are the number 1s, and yet I want you to go with their opposite number 4, from the throw-in you line up with them, and you 2 can't see the ball, so it goes behind you, so you go together. When do you end up going to your number 4? So we change it around a few times, and we often put Gillen, our big tall guy, he was our number 4, I put him into 1, so that he was then with his man, and I was using his size and his horses to try and win the ball at the front of the throw-in. So it's sort of like a double whammy, it helped us. So people do often get lost from that throw-in, and I'm sure you guys would have felt it. You go through there, then you get a bit lost, because if this person goes that way and you go that way, you're like, well, what? Okay, they've told me to go to 1. Well, where do I go? How far do I go? How deep?
Yep.
So you've just got to make sure when you talk to your team that you've got those tactics and the ideas, philosophy behind what you're doing. You've got that clear in your own mind.
Yeah.
It's a 4-chucker game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our 2 players. That's 4 players, right? So Ramazan, he's going to play 1. Christian, Brooke, Kath. Sorry, Les, you're umpiring. So Ramazan, what you do is you rate your horses from 1 to 10. Okay? Ramazan's gone out on his first chucker horse, loves it, solid horse, not amazing, but gets him in the game. So he's a 5. Got a 7 in the second, he's got an 8 in the third, and he's got a 6 in the last. So we just go through quickly. So we got.
So what are those numbers?
So they are the rating of your 4 horses that you've got per chucker for as you go along, right? Okay. Whoops. Pen's not working. Okay, so there's your horses. You guys have got some nice horses in there. You put them all in how you want to go and away you go. So what have we got? 5 and 6, 11, 7, 18, 25, yes? We've got 7, 7, 14, 3, 7 to 21, and 8, 29. So we've got 8 and 4 is 12, 16, 21, 6 and 5, 11, 17, 24. Is that right? I think that's right. Yes? Yep. So you can clearly see that one of our chuckers is horrendous. But we come out in the 3rd chucker with our 3 worst horses. And we lose the game in the 3rd chucker by 4 goals. Oh, mate, I didn't know you were coming out on that green one. Oh, that one you're in the... Oh, it shies in the throw-ins. Oh, well, that was bad luck. How hard's that?
Yeah.
That takes 5 minutes before the game, or the day before, the night before, just to go through quickly. You might get there and I say to Christian, look, old Pinky that you're paying in the 4th there, goes, oh, look, I know, I've put down her as a 4, but I actually I don't mind her, she's going to be good. So you actually run with it and it's okay. But at least you've acknowledged the fact that the 3rd may be a bit weaker, so we just, Ramazan needs to get more ball in that chucker. Look, he's on his best horse. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing that very few people do, and it can change your outcome. Why are we doing this? A, to enjoy ourselves, keep fit, but how do we enjoy ourselves? Winning. Yeah?
In an ideal world, when you're thinking in your mind which ponies you want to choose,
Yes.
which chucker,
Yes.
when do you prefer to have the best pony?
It will depend a little bit on... See, I go the other way. I'm very analytical with it. Mine will depend a little bit on the opposition.
Yeah.
You're my opposition. You come out on Snowy in the 4th. Every chucker, you score 3 goals. I normally play my best horse in the 3rd. I'm going to change it today in the final against you. I nullify you on Snowy. Bang. We win the game.
So if you know you're playing against someone like Rob Archibald on the Jester,
Bang. You've got to go and you've got to match yourself to the opposition and also to your own team. But you've also got to be comfortable with that. That the horse that I'm playing in the last, I might have taken away from the 3rd chucker. Oh, it's okay. I'm happy with it. I'll go and I'll play my best horse against yours. So you've got to watch your opposition. You've got to go and do that. You probably didn't even have a team talk before your game, but simple things. I speak to everyone I play with, I speak to them at least the night before. We definitely have a meeting the day of, but we try to. So that I say to you, Brooke, tomorrow you must come and, we've got to talk about our horses. How do you think it's going to go? Send them through to me. We'll have a look at them. In the throw-ins, I normally get you to go at 1, but tomorrow I want you to go in at 2. Okay? You sleep on it, you think about it, you're pumped up, you get to the game, you're ready to go. Instead, what normally happens is you turn up at the game, you pull your whites on, having wheeled out of the office half an hour late, you get there, you pull your boots on, you go out, what's my shirt, haven't got anything on, it's inside out, you get out there, the first chucker's over, you got to go to 2 in the throw-ins. What? Why have I got to do that? They win the first 2 throw-ins, they've won the game. Waste of time. You spend all that money, all that effort, all that time, get to your game minimum an hour before. Whatever it takes. Have a stretch, sit down, chill out, talk to your horses, talk to your groom about your horses, talk to your team, then you enjoy it. An hour worth of work-related issues is gone. You can play the game and enjoy it.
You wouldn't know what your opposite man, what horse he would use until he actually met someone.
If you've watched them during the week, and people have habits that they do, like anything, and you watch them, and you soon work it out. So when we go and play at Elliston, for example, that'll be for 2 weeks, and if I know that we're playing, a strong team in the third game, I'll definitely watch their first 2 games. Take some notes, have a little look. People sitting there going, what are you doing? I was like, trying to win. So, simple stuff that can change. So when you come out to play, give yourself some time to sit down, chill out, get ready, and go from there. So yeah, that's just a simple pony order thing that we talk about. We talked about what we're going to do in the throw-ins. Okay. We talked briefly with you guys yesterday about if I'm going down here, which way is tail? So I'm facing this way. Which way is tail? Never straight back. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Tail is left, open is right. Okay? Now, in the old days, if the ball was on the near side and someone called tail, they'd hit that way under the tail. But what predominantly happens nowadays is if you're going along this way and someone calls tail, it's just a direction. It's not the actual shot you have to hit. I don't care if you hit a belly shot, neck shot, kick it, I don't care what you do, but the ball needs to go left. The reason we don't hit straight backhands is I'm going along here and you're following me, right? Backhand straight can hit you, horse. So A, it's dangerous. B, we have no idea where it's going to deflect. Therefore, you're not keeping possession. Because a good backhand turns defence into attack like that. And it's brilliant to watch. And you just see people wheeling their horse onto the line, go and score the other end. Great play. But a straight backhand can hit an eye, hit a human, hit a horse, deflect. You don't know where it's going to go. And then the opposition has the advantage. They get the ball, they go and score. All because we didn't put a little bit of angle on it. Okay? So why do I say that every shot is left? Well, because I'll just give you an example. Here we are here.
In the lower goal stuff, it doesn't seem to stop people just doing a backhand straight back. In the higher goal stuff, people do, so...
They do, A, because they're not proficient at the shot, and B, because no one's ever told them that you shouldn't do it. You say to them, look, you need to put some angle on it. Oh, why?
It's pretty scary when you see that thing.
The thing coming at you, it's dangerous, especially someone with your height and everything that can get a fair bit on the ball. There's some guys out there can hit the ball 150 yards backhand. That comes at you, it's like, whoa, not ideal. So, here I am, going along here, okay? Sorry, you can't see, Kath. So, Brooke's following me, okay? And Christian is sort of lurking in the wings. Brooke's on my side, she calls tail. So the ball's up here, sorry, not there. The ball's up here. I keep cantering towards it. Brooke starts to turn this way, because I'm going to hit tail to the left.
Just a dumb question. What's the signal for a tail? Because like sometimes I'm...
Tail. Tail.
Adam might be holding his stick out like that. I'm thinking, well, what does that mean?
No, if that's... No, but guys, if you have a signal like that with someone, awesome. They don't know about it.
All right, okay.
If you don't know it either.
Verbalize it,
Yep.
which is, tail or open, okay? And then, what was I saying? What's the signal? So the signal can literally be going along like this. Okay, but here it goes like this. I'm going this way. I look at Brooke and she goes, that doesn't mean, let's go home. That means hit me a tail. Does it, Brooke? Okay, so left, I just look over my shoulder, bang, it's easy, it's that way. Or she might, we've done the last 3 tails that way, and she might look at it and she just goes, you can put a finger, you can poke, whatever it is, you'll get good at it. With your stick one, you just, I don't know, but that's what you can do, and that's what happens when you use your eyes to look around.
Yep.
There's another thing I want to tell you about in a minute, but this is what I was talking about, tails. So Brooke's gone, let's go home, tail. So we go to do that. Christian sees what's going on. He comes in to make a play on me. So instead of me galloping up here to do a tail, which Christian looks like he's going to get pretty close to, I come across here. I meet Christian as he gets to me, ride him off, and I go along here, and I play a near side, which is not a near side tail, but it's a near side in the direction of tail.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
So,
That's why I'm here.
right. This is probably going to be...
No, it's not. There are no silly questions.
If you have the line of the ball...
Yes?
and you choose to cross your own line of the ball,
Yes?
what happens then?
If no one is there, you can do whatever you like. If you're more comfortable hitting a near side backhand than a tail,
That happened to me when we were in Argentina. There was like no one there, and I couldn't hit
Near sides?
at all.
Yep.
Still can't.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
anyway, so I crossed my line of the ball so that I changed.
yes,
And they fouled me.
someone would have been coming along the line behind you.
Okay.
So if you're coming along like this, and you're going, not the dreaded near side again, the ball's been hit up to you, you're in perfect position, you're now crapping yourself because you've got to hit a near side, okay? You go, whoop, ha-ha, trick to all you lot, but someone's coming. Okay, well, there must have been someone coming close-ish that you felt. You probably may not have made them stop or do anything like that, but all you have to do, one of the little funny little things that happens with our sport, is if you just did a little near side to yourself, you only had to hit it 5 yards, back onto this side, you're then legal. So it is a bit of a weird little thing that we can do with our sport, but it's what you can do. You have to stay on this side, tap, you don't have to hit it 5 yards, back on this side, and then you can go and burn down and score the goal.
Like that.
Yeah, I'll teach you that.
Can you do that if the opposition is nowhere near you, but your team?
If there's no one near you, you can do whatever you like.
That's what I was confused about. So-
But there must have been someone coming on the line close-ish. But
I know you mean that. Yeah.
going along, and you know, we've got our line here. You can't, if I'm up here talking about this play here with Christian, and Christian's here, and I'm here, I can't just go across here to avoid being hooked. Let's say he's not riding me off, but he's trying to hook my stick. I can't just swap over to avoid the hook. I can't do that. You must allow someone to hook you. That's why I was talking about earlier. You don't just ride for 40 yards beside each other, morning, how you going, and then hook each other at the ball. You start jostling.
Would there be any way to hit that angle other than with the near side shot?
Yeah, sure. Neck shot, backwards neck shot, tail, belly shot. I wouldn't suggest the belly shot, but they all work. Yep. Flick it up and hit it backwards. I'll teach you that one too. That could take a while, because I got to learn it too. So, but that's what we do. So the idea of this is tail is a direction. Now, this all got back to talking about what we're going to do for our tactics for the day. Now, if I'd have said to you, everything is tail unless called, you'd have got to the ball, Christian, you've got the ball there, and I called tail, and if I hadn't spoken to you, you didn't know, you'd have gone, okay, near side, oh, I better hit it that way. Does that make sense? So I'm on my horse here, ball's there, and I hadn't spoken to you saying tail is left, open is right. Ball's there, and I've said tail. So I turn that way, and guess what? You do that, because that's near side, what you'd consider under the tail. They go the other end and score, we lose the game. What the bloody hell are you doing? Why'd you hit it out there? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it. That doesn't make sense to me. Get those things out in the open so everyone knows what they're doing. We've got a philosophy in the throw-ins. What is it? Blah, blah, blah. We've got it on the knock-ins. We've got this, whatever it is. You've won the game before you got out there because you guys are working as a team. So often we don't do this, we don't talk about that, we don't talk about we're doing the throw-ins. You know, have 2 or 3 set plays on your knock-ins. Here we go.